What's up? Welcome, creatives. When it comes to Drake type loops, for me, it usually comes down to 6 main elements. Grand piano of some sort or piano, it doesn't really matter, could be upright piano. One thing for sure is that chords have to be emotional. Second is some kind of reversed sound. It could be the same piano sound that you reverse and rearrange. Third is some kind of texture or atmospheric pad so it fills out the space. Number 4 is usually ear candy, sprinkle of something unexpected here and there. Number 5 is bass. Usually I add Reese bass. Number 6 is vocals. There is a certain vintage soul style vocals in the majority of Drake's songs. So I'm going to try and replicate that with my own voice. That's actually what I'm going to start with. Record vocals twice as slower as you need them to be so that after you recorded it, you shrink it and therefore you sped it up. And so this vocal take will now have some wanted artifacts. They sound a little bit digital, but at the same time, they're pleasing to the ear. I'm gonna record some emotional lyrics. You curse on my name, but I don't let it get to me. Baby, don't you see? You're living in a fantasy. Now we take this recording and we speed it up. Then I'll bring it by 600 semitones. This is just something that I liked, so I'm gonna stick with it. Keep in mind, there is a Stretch Pro mode in FL Studio. You can switch to change format.
You curse on my name, but I don't let it get to me.
I'm just gonna leave it on regular stretch. In terms of effects, I hit it with parametric equalizers, cut lows, cut highs, fruity flanger, fruity blood overdrive. Then I added reverb and 50% of this plugin called delay. And now with all the effects, this is what it sounds like.
You curse on my name, but I don't let it get to me. Baby, don't you see? You're living in a fantasy.
Moving on to piano. Usually I start with 2 chords that work for me every time, and then I pitch it up, pitch it down. These were the 2 chords that I started with. A major 7th and G sharp minor 7th. You can try and use that or find other chords that work together. The second chord here, the same thing as the first one. It's just this middle note. I brought it up like this just to create a different voicing. The last chord is something that I was able to resolve to and it sounded good to my ears. So I do highly encourage you to play around and hear what sounds good to your ear as a resolution. And last but not the least, I added this little run here. I'm just kind of walking down to the next chord. So now we got chords and vocals.
You curse on my name, but I don't let it get to me. Baby, don't you see? You're living in a fantasy. You curse on my name, but I don't let it get to me. Baby, don't you see? You're living in a fantasy.
My friend, are you liking the video so far? Please go ahead and click that like button. If you do that, you're basically helping 10 more people to see the video and benefit from it. If you are getting any value from it, please go ahead and click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know every time I drop a video. Also, write me a comment. Let me know what you would like to see in these videos. What other tutorial would you like me to create for you? If you're struggling with your beat making, maybe it's FL Studio, production, let's talk about it. I'll be very pleased to hear from you so that I can create and tailor the content to you specifically. Now, thank you for your attention. Let's get back to the video. Next, to create a reverse effect, I did probably the most simple thing. I took the piano, duplicated it, and made unique, reverse it, and you start chopping and rearranging each chord like so. So this one goes here, this one goes here, this one goes here to maintain natural order of these chords. But I went further and I actually duplicated each end of this chord swell. I'll show you what I mean. So I deleted the skinny part and I duplicated the swelling part. After that, I brought it up by a whole octave and added Fruity Love Filter, my own kickstart preset or sidechain preset, adds this pumping effect. The Nathan plugin underwater Drake it. Now here's what it sounds like with all these effects. Next came little ear candy that I was talking about. Key runs. One is walking down and then another one walking up, basically connecting 2 different chord changes. I'll play them in context.
You curse on my name, but I don't let it get to me. Baby, don't you see? You're living in a fantasy. You curse on my name, but I don't let it get to me. Baby, don't you see? You're living in a fantasy.
Next comes a pad sound, contact, library, hybrid, keys, and it's called Canada Highway. I live in Canada. I'm from Winnipeg. Cold as hell here. I drive highways every day. A lot of highways, a lot of snowy, cold highways I drive. So yes, I picked Canada Highway preset. And essentially it's just duplicated chords from the grand piano, the main piano melody, connected them, and I removed the bottom notes. I hit it with some parametric EQ, got highs and lows. I love to do that. Sidechain effect from Fruity Love Filter. That's it. Now all together with the rest.
You're calling my name, but I don't let it get to me. Baby, don't you see? You're living in a fantasy.
And last but not the least, respace. I love adding respace. It adds grit, creates space, completes the loop, glues everything together, and wraps everything. Here's one of my saved presets that I created with GMS, and here's what it sounds like. Now all of this goodness together sounds like this.
You're calling my name, but I don't let it get to me. Baby, don't you see? You're living in a fantasy. You're calling my name, but I don't let it get to me. Baby, don't you see? You're living in a fantasy.
There we go. Hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and create some Drake loops. It's not complicated, pretty easy. Have fun, pour your heart into it, pour your heart out into your production. Don't get stranded on Canada Highway. It's too cold out there.